Hey folks, welcome back to Garden in Your Pantry update 3. We're on actually day 5 though. Did make a mistake? Well, 2 mistakes. So we're doing an update on the system plus talking about 2 mistakes. First mistake was I was getting super crazy growth on, so let's see. So I put stuff in on Wednesday, I believe was the first day I put things in. And then I put another round in Thursday. So on Friday afternoon, evening, and if you're paying attention, these videos are typically being uploaded the day after I'm recording them, just the time it takes. Anyway, so put more seeds in on Thursday. I started having seed growth on Friday on some of them. And I meant to take some video and I didn't, as to just kind of show what we were looking at there, but got some basic growth. Other mistake I made was I didn't cut my board quite right. Thought it would be fine. Thought I could just push it down. So we're gonna trim that up and give you an update. All right, so y'all can see the mistake I'm talking about here, where this back corner is sitting up. You can push it down, but it works its way back up. Like you can even see it now. Same thing over here, it pushes up a little bit in the center. So I'm having some of our net pots not sitting down. Some of them are showing up really well, growing really well, some are not. So I'm gonna take this out. I'll turn off these lights so you can see better. I don't know if you can see how that back corner there is popping up some. Same thing with over here. So I'll take it out, trim it down a little more. So definitely when you build these, make sure that you get this trimmed right the first time. Thankfully my roots are small enough, I can just sit it on this next top rack. It's not a big deal, but if you have bigger roots, it would cause obviously more of a problem. All right, so as you can see, I trimmed off a little bit on the sides. It fits much better. Biggest concern was also in these middle pots here. It was pushing up so much from the sides that it wouldn't sit down far enough to hit the water. So I think that should be good. I'll get all these back in and we'll see how it goes. All right, so here we are, everything back in after I got the board trimmed up, got all my net pots back in places where they're supposed to be. So you can see, if you've never started grow lights, they're quite bright. It's kind of crazy. I think I showed this to you, but I do have these on a timer. So let me just see, actually, yep. So turned off, I think it goes back on at 3. Yeah, so it'll kick back on here in a little bit. So doing, what'd I say? 16 hours on, 4 off, or 6 off, I believe that was recommended. So as you can see, we have growth going. Got some do, some don't. We'll look at all these here in a minute. But we do, our greens are doing pretty well. These are our purple bok choy, and these are the first ones to sprout, and they are doing the best. They're even, let me see if you can see it. So focus. So already starting to show a little purple on there, which is awesome. Got some roots, probably about 1 inch long, so that's great. A little more back here and some of our others. So things that have not really sprouted, one of the things is the peppers, and it looks like we're starting to get some seed growth in there. Hard to really tell. We'll just kind of have to see. I might have to do some other things. This one, the seeds are in there deeper, you can't really see them, so as opposed to this cup right here. So we'll just kind of see. So we've got, let's see, so checking. So these are our Ozark giant peppers. They have not sprouted yet. This is Bronze Beauty lettuce. I think it's also a little older. Let's see if you can see there. Not really. It is just, I was wondering, the seeds were in there for a minute before they started doing anything. I was wondering if that seed was still good. Seems to be they just now started leafing out, or putting out roots and runners on there. So this is our Butter King. It's doing well on both of those. Interesting This one's just taking a little longer. The lettuces are, I've kind of been surprised. So you can see it's just barely in there. There we go. You know, just little bits of growth down in there. So definitely getting some growth, but taking longer than expected. The bok choy doing awesome. Arugula is doing pretty well. Let me make sure that you have this purple bok choy and arugula. That arugula is from Save Seed that we saved last year. And then what we got in the back was Mizuna. So that's doing pretty well. This one's doing really well. This one wasn't really, this was one of the sides. I was pushed up some. So it really wasn't getting great liquid in there. I moved it, and I think then the seed sprouted. And so we should be back good to where we are. So yeah, so make sure you catch your boards right. It's worth doing it right the first time. Trust me. It worked out. Thankfully, everything was in a good size. But it worked out. Kind of a pain just to have to retrim it though, right? So as always, measure twice, cut once, right? So thankfully nothing's crazy involved on this. Yeah, got it set up. Super exciting that it's going well. Yeah, it's awesome. It's having fun. It's nice to see growth. I mean, the fact that I was seeing, so it was a arugula and bok choy that I got sprouts in on day 1. I started seeing sprouts on a lot of this other stuff on day 2 and 3. So that's pretty exciting. Obviously, when you're planting in soil, we have a unique thing here that oftentimes you can see down in the bottom of those rapid rooter plugs. So it's easier to see, whereas if someone's, you know, obviously if something is put in the dirt, you're not going to see it up until it pushes up that last inch of soil, but still, this is cool. So probably what I will do when I will, let's see, this stuff has been in for 5 days. Probably on Wednesday, I will go ahead and throw some more in. I don't know what, maybe some lettuces. I know my wife does want cilantro and parsley, so I'll go ahead and get that in. Probably what I'll do too is maybe do a couple samples of lettuce versus lettuce and maybe probably lettuce and bok choy. Maybe I'll do arugula and I don't know. I'll figure it out. Some of the ones that are really doing well, and do a trial in here versus in the garden and kind of see what our timelines to sprouting and such are. Just kind of follow along would be kind of fun. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in on what is day 5, part 3. Let me know if you have any questions.